Today, I will talk about the profoundly puzzling mysteries of the sea. The oceans cover about 70% of the Earth's surface, and within them lies a realm known as the deep sea, which constitutes approximately 95% of the total volume and extends beyond 200 meters in depth. The deep sea remains an enigmatic world for humanity, harboring numerous mysteries and wonders. In this discussion, I will highlight 4 of these intriguing enigmas. 1. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle refers to the triangular area in the Atlantic Ocean formed by connecting the tip of the Florida Peninsula, Puerto Rico, and the Bermuda Islands. This region has been known for numerous inexplicable incidents where ships and planes mysteriously vanish. It is also referred to as the Devil's Triangle or Devil's Sea, making it a spot of great interest for enthusiasts of the occult and supernatural phenomena. So, why is the Bermuda Triangle so enigmatic? There are various theories regarding its cause. For instance, the theory of magnetic anomalies suggests that in this area, the Earth's magnetic field is disrupted, causing compasses and instruments to malfunction, making navigation and flight difficult, leading to accidents. However, it has been confirmed that there are no observed magnetic abnormalities in this region, and compasses and instruments function normally. Furthermore, the extraterrestrial theory proposes that aliens abduct humans or UFOs crash in this area. While this is a highly fantastical theory, there is little to no evidence or eyewitness accounts to support it, and it lacks a scientific basis. Additionally, the theory of methane hydrates suggests that methane gas erupting from the seafloor causes the water surface to foam, leading ships to lose buoyancy and sink. It also posits that methane gas diffusing into the air can lead to engine failures or explosions in airplanes. While this theory is relatively scientific, actual observations do not confirm methane gas eruptions in this area, nor do they reach concentrations high enough to significantly affect ships or planes. So, what is the real cause? Recently, a theory attributing the phenomenon to meteorological events has gained prominence. One particularly noteworthy phenomenon is known as the air bomb. This is an occurrence where hexagonal clouds are visible in satellite images, and powerful winds descending from the sky disturb the sea surface, potentially causing destruction to ship and planes. This phenomenon can generate winds of up to 270 kilometers per hour, posing a serious threat if encountered. However, this theory is not yet conclusively proven. In reality, many of the planes that disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle are believed to have encountered distress due to factors such as weather, mechanical failures, human error, ocean currents, and underwater topography. Furthermore, the accident rate in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other maritime areas. In other words, the Bermuda Triangle is not a uniquely hazardous region, it is just an ordinary area. So, why did the Bermuda Triangle become famous as a Devil's Triangle? The catalyst for this was a book published in 1974 by a writer named Charles Berlitz, titled The Bermuda Triangle. This book introduced numerous purported incidents that occurred in the Bermuda Triangle, but it was later pointed out that it contained many factual inaccuracies, distortions, exaggerations, and fabrications. Nonetheless, the book became a worldwide bestseller and helped popularize the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. In essence, the Bermuda Triangle is a human-made myth. 2. Cuba's submerged city. I'd like to talk about the submerged city that is said to have been discovered off the coast of Cuba in the Caribbean Sea. There is a theory suggesting that this submerged city might be the ruins of the ancient continent of Atlantis, but is this really the case? Or could it have been formed through natural phenomena or geological processes? Let's explore together. The discovery of this submerged city happened by chance in 2001 when Canadian ocean engineers Mr. Pauline Zalitsky and her husband Mr. Paul Weinzweig were conducting an underwater survey in cooperation with the Cuban government off the coast of Cuba. They were initially searching for a sunken ship from the Spanish colonial era, but their sonar equipment captured a complex series of stone structures about 650 meters below the ocean surface. They were astounded and decided to conduct a detailed examination using underwater visual robots. The footage captured by the underwater visual robot was truly astonishing. The ocean floor was adorned with large pyramid-shaped and circular stone structures, some of which bore inscriptions and symbols. Additionally, pathways, staircases, walls, and pillars were observed among the structures. These were evidently of artificial origin, leaving no doubt that they were remnants of some ancient civilization. However, the question arises, where did this civilization come from, and why did it end up submerged under the sea? To answer these questions, various factors must be taken into consideration. First and foremost, it's crucial to estimate the age of this submerged city. According to marine geologist Mr. Manuel Aldi's analysis of samples, it was determined that this submerged city had existed for at least over 15 million years before sinking to the ocean floor. This is remarkable given that humanity did not exist on Earth at that time, let alone the possibility of constructing such an advanced civilization. So, how is this submerged city created? It is highly likely that it was formed through natural phenomena and geological processes. For instance, volcanic activity or tectonic movements could have caused rocks on the ocean floor to rise, crack, shift, and take on an artificial appearance. Furthermore, the action of ocean currents and waves may have eroded, displaced, and stacked rocks, giving rise to structures resembling buildings and roads. Additionally, patterns resembling characters and symbols on the rocks could have been caused by marine life and chemical reactions, making them appear culturally significant. While these explanations are rational and scientific, the theory that this submerged city might be the ruins of the ancient continent of Atlantis still persists. Atlantis is a legendary continent mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato in his writings, said to have possessed an advanced civilization that was suddenly submerged beneath the sea due to a great earthquake and flood. Some argue that the location, shape, and cultural elements of this submerged city align with the characteristics of Atlantis. However, it must be noted that these claims do not accurately interpret Plato's descriptions and lack substantial scientific evidence. 3. Mysterious sounds from the deep sea. The deep sea refers to the oceanic region located more than 200 meters below the surface, where light does not penetrate, temperatures and pressures are high, and biodiversity is low. However, even in this dark, cold, and quiet world, strange sounds occasionally reverberate. What are these sounds? Where do they come from? What might be their significance? Let's explore together. First, one of the mysterious sounds heard from the deep sea is known as the bloop. Discovered by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) in 1997, it is an ultra-low frequency sound wave believed to originate somewhere near 50 degrees south latitude and 100 degrees west longitude. This sound was detected by underwater microphones located over 3,000 miles away, and due to its size and duration, it was thought to potentially be emitted by a colossal organism. However, the identity of this organism remains unknown. Some people speculated it could be the extinct giant shark, the megalodon, or the legendary sea monster, the kraken. Nonetheless, many scientists suggest it may be attributed to ice quakes or the breakup of large icebergs. Next, another enigmatic sound from the deep sea is called Julia. Discovered by NOAA in 1999, it is a low-frequency sound wave that has an eerie resemblance to the name Julia. This sound persisted for approximately 15 seconds, but its source could not be pinpointed. Experts theorize that this unusual noise emanated from the grounding of icebergs in the Antarctic and postulate that it occurs near the equator. However, the specific mechanisms and conditions behind it remain unknown. Finally, there is the upsweep, another low-frequency sound wave that has been heard since 1991 and detected across the Pacific Ocean. This sound exhibits a seasonal pattern, typically being detected in the spring and fall, and it has been observed to decrease over time. Yet, its origin and cause remain a mystery. Some individuals believe it might be related to movements within the Earth's interior, such as volcanic activity or earthquakes, but there is no conclusive evidence. In summary, the mysterious sounds heard from the deep sea are all characterized by their unknown sources and causes. For deep-sea photosynthesis, when we think of photosynthesis, many of us imagine plants using sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugars and oxygen. However, in the deep sea, sunlight doesn't reach. So, does that mean there are no plants in the deep sea? Actually, there are organisms in the deep sea that perform photosynthesis, and they are bacteria. Deep-sea bacteria use chemical energy instead of light energy to create organic matter from inorganic substances, a process known as chemosynthesis. The deep-sea bacteria engaged in chemosynthesis primarily inhabit places known as hydrothermal vents. These vents are phenomena where hot water erupts from the Earth's interior. This water contains various chemical substances like sulfur and iron, which the bacteria utilize as sources of energy. For instance, bacteria that use sulfur create sugars and sulfur from hydrogen and carbon dioxide. The reaction looks like this. In this manner, deep-sea bacteria, much like photosynthetic organisms, create organic matter from carbon dioxide, but they obtain energy from chemicals like hydrogen and sulfur. The ability of deep-sea bacteria to perform chemosynthesis enables life to exist in the deep sea. This is because these bacteria are considered secondary producers, forming the foundation of the food chain for other organisms. Primary producers are organisms that create organic matter from inorganic substances, and plants that undergo photosynthesis are one example. While there are no photosynthetic plants in the deep sea, bacteria engaged in chemosynthesis serve as primary producers. The organic matter produced by deep-sea bacteria is consumed by other organisms. For example, crustaceans like shrimp and crabs living in the deep sea directly consume bacteria attached to rocks or hydrothermal vents, or they absorb organic matter broken down by bacteria. Additionally, fish and soft-bodied creatures like squid in the deep sea prey on crustaceans and other small animals. Through this process, a food chain centered around bacteria is formed in the deep sea. The deep sea is the darkest, coldest, and highest pressure environment on Earth, yet it harbors remarkable biodiversity. The life in the deep sea obtains energy through methods distinct from photosynthesis and establishes its own unique ecosystem. It is often said that the life in the deep sea represents some of the most primitive forms of life on Earth. I have just discussed 4 incredibly puzzling mysteries of the sea. The ocean is the source of life on Earth and a vital resource for us. However, it also harbors threats and dangers. By respecting, preserving, and understanding the ocean, I believe we can establish a better relationship with it. If you found it interesting, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.